So here we have a pair of Nike V5K runners, and it's pronounced with RNR. And this is a new model from Nike, and this is the Parachute Beige colorway. And obviously these were released in 2025, hence why being a new model. And it was a lifestyle casual sneaker that's been made, and kind of similar to all the other sort of Y2K trainers that have come out. This obviously, like I said, being a new model, it's got a kind of almost sort of inspiration from those Y2K series of sneakers with the chrome hits on it and very sort of racer-like. So with the details, it comes in a white, parachute beige, metallic pewter and medium ash colorway. So you can sort of see that on here. Obviously you've got the metallic hits, and the parachute beige I think is this sort of darker, almost sort of khaki type color, or beige, dark beige color. And you got kind of the hits of the greys on there as well, which I'm guessing is the medium ash colorway. And yeah, just overall just a really sort of clean look, and quite sort of simple as well. And not much tech in this really. It's got a polyurethane midsole, sorry, and not the greatest. It's very firm from the out touch. Inside it's a bit softer, so I'm guessing it's some sort of rubber cup sole with the polyurethane on the inside, just to kind of, or EVA, to give it that sort of softness and a little bit of bounce. But apart from that, it's got the TPU plate as well in the middle, which is good for sort of rigidity as well. And it's got a rubber outsole, so you can see that here. It's very much similar to any other Nike runner, I guess, and it's got that sort of almost like waffle pattern on the front. And I think the traction looks to be the business, and it's made out of recycled grind type rubber as well. So so it's been better for the planet. And the materials on here is all sort of synthetic and leather textile materials, nothing special going on, and to be expected from these kind of lifestyle runner type shoes. And the price is $79.99, which is probably the best thing about it. So with the comfort and sizing, I think these are on the medium to firm side. In terms of how they feel, similar to the Nike Initiator, I guess, probably slightly better than those. And also same as, it's one of those sort of thing of where you kind of look at this particular sneaker and you kind of sort of see it similar to something like the 2002R as well, in terms of how it looks, or the 1906R, but also, taking the cues from, I suppose, a little bit of Asics as well, and you can sort of see the 1130 as well being quite a sort of similar model, with all kind of the wavy lines. But Nike also did this as well, so it's not nothing new from Nike, but it's just, it's like all those types of sneakers, and they all kind of influence each other. And it's got sort of neutral arch support, so with this one, there's nothing really major going on here. It's more of a sort of lifestyle type piece of footwear. And no wear in time, they're pretty good to go out of the box, and it makes sense, obviously, being one of those ones where, I think overall just it's just, like I said, a textile upper, so it's not going to have too much rigidity in there, and it's quite sort of easy to wear and get on. And I do recommend going true to size. I went true to size in these and I felt fine. These seem to be unisex, and there's enough ample width in this, and I had like ample sort of toe room as well. So with my toe, it came to about here with sort of socks on, so it's just about right. So I don't even think you need to go half size up. I think Nike sort of nailed it with the sizings on these. And in general, got a good grip. Like I said, it's very similar to sort of any other Nike runner, and they tend to be sort of good, especially for that Y2K era. They seem to be made very well. So with the look and style, as I keep mentioning, it has got that sort of Y2K style aesthetic to it, which I think is really nice, and I think it works with this particular one, especially for the price. And again, being a sort of spring summer type sneaker, for me it's not really an autumn winter sneaker. You're going to let in a lot of air in here, so obviously just be careful of that. But I also like the sort of paddedness around the ankle collar area, which is quite nice, and makes it feel more premium than it actually probably is. And again, like I said, it's a good sort of casual wear sneaker, so you can probably, if you're type, into your sort of fashion and stuff, you could probably dress these up a little bit as well if you wanted to, because it's got that sort of metallic sort of look to it, and it's kind of in fashion at the moment anyway. So I think it's a cool looking sneaker, and I can see it being popular. And it comes with like the white laces in here, but you can put in some grey or sort of sail type beige type laces to kind of offset everything. But overall, it's like I said, there's quite a few lace options that you can do. So with the final thoughts, I do like the overall Y2K aesthetic, and that's why I wanted to sort of check them out. And it's a lightweight shoe, so for the instances of sort of wearing them every day, it feels fine, much like any other I suppose Nike runner of that sort. And I think it's also wide foot friendly because, like I said earlier, it's a good sort of shooter size type piece of footwear. And also with the Pro, the cost usually, I wouldn't say that about Nike, but with this one, I think, you know, the pressure's on with a lot of the other manufacturers such as Asics On and you know, New Balance, among others. You know, they kind of putting the pressure on Nike, so they had to sort of step up the game, and I think they've kind of accomplished it with this one anyway, or at least met them head on with the price range and stuff. With the cons, I think there's not much tech. I'm not sure. Like, you're not really going to expect much for like, you know, £80 or like $80-90. But just bear in mind that this midsole isn't going to be the most comfortable. So with the ratings, I'm going to give the look and style overall a 4. It's a cool looking pair. You know, it's quite nice, especially for the price that you pay, and same for the comfort as well. When you give that a 4, I think they're fine on foot. You know, like if you compare it to something like, I don't know, like a Nike Dunk, for instance, they're probably, you know, more sort of average type of comfort. And this one, you know, it'll do the business, but I wouldn't say it's going to keep you sort of, you know, really sort of, you know, wowing you in any way. But it's fine, you know, for everyday use. And the quality, I'll give that 4. You know, for what the price that you're paying, I think it's, you know, good quality what you get. You know, in terms of the look and feel. You know, it looks more like an expensive sneaker than what you're getting. And that also takes me to the price. I think for $79.99, you know, it's undercutting a lot of the other brands. So, you know, I think, you know, for that price range, I think it will be very popular, especially with the Y2K trend. You know, sort of being part of this year, I guess, and I think it'll be a very sort of popular sneaker for spring summertime, and I'm sure Nike will be releasing more colorways of this. And that's why overall I'm going to give the score a 4. I think, you know, for the price that you're paying, it's a cool sneaker. You know, if you're like in the market for, you know, I suppose one of these Y2K runners, and you know you're on a budget, then you know any one of like this pair or the Nike P6000 or the A6 1130. All those sort of tick the boxes, and same with the New Balance, you know, the 740s or the 530s. You know, it just depends on what takes your fancy, really. But if I had to choose between all of those models at that kind of price range, I'd probably go for the A6 1130 or the New Balance 740, because the 740 probably is the nicest looking one. It's quite comfortable on foot, and then the 1130 is probably the best in terms of comfort. So, you know, and I'm not too much of a fan of the looks of it, but the comfort on those is really, really nice.